Hello to everyone. Today, we'll discuss 10 skills that can help you become a millionaire. Earning more than you spend is essential, not just making a lot of money. The simple way is to establish yourself as an expert on a subject others are drawn to or require. You don't have to be a millionaire to make money. However, you will need to acquire a few particular abilities to become one. The boss has a chance to get wealthy. However, the abilities people choose to develop throughout life differentiate individuals who attain considerable wealth from those who don't. Therefore, I'll share 10 millionaire skills with you in this video. These are the 10 most crucial ones. 1. Goal setting and planning. They are working from a plan and following it. Millionaires live by this maxim. Without a clear goal, no one can be successful. A daily goal must be set, and extensive planning must be done for years, months, weeks, and days. Setting clear goals is similar to having a map. The more specific the map, the simpler it will be to go where you're going. The wealthy use the best goal setting and goal-achieving strategies, in contrast to those who live financially mediocre lifestyles. The wealthy first set a goal. Your objective must be timely, specific, quantifiable, achievable, and practical, and follow this structure for wise purposes. For instance, employing the intelligent goal if your financial objective can be to grow my income at work or through your business by $100,000 in the next 12 months. You'll be much more likely to achieve these goals if you have a solid plan that fits every requirement of this innovative goal framework, especially if you combine this method with the other millionaire goal-setting secret. The majority of millionaires will advise you to put your goals in writing. According to data from Harvard Business School, only 3% of MBA program graduates who had set their goals made 10 times as much money as the other 97%, which was only valid 10 years after graduation. However, you must review your goals after you've put them down. According to studies, people who clearly express or visualize their goals have a 1.8 times higher chance of succeeding than those who don't. Therefore, being intelligent alone is insufficient. However, going over them daily will help you remember how important they are and help you get there faster. 2. The capacity to recognize possibilities. There are possibilities everywhere, and those who can find and seize these opportunities will have a much higher chance of wealth. Unfortunately, many people mistakenly think seeing possibilities is a natural talent, but this isn't the case. Identifying opportunity is a talent you can learn and develop, just like typing or reading. Take an abandoned house as an example. This rundown building would be an eyesore for most people and would be quickly disregarded. But what if you had to spend the time and effort learning about homes, markets, and foreclosures, potentially even remodeling of real estate? Due to the property's foreclosure, you may get this home for a fraction of what it would usually cost. In addition, it is situated in one of the town's most promising neighborhoods. Then, with some work, you can transform that property, which initially appears to be useless, into a lovely house for you or the tenants who will pay you monthly to live there. As you've seen from this illustration, increasing your degree of continuous education, whether official or informal, enables you to see new opportunities and use them to become wealthy. 3. Time management. Focusing on what must be done first while setting priorities. When they know they need to conduct business, millionaires don't go mowing the lawn. Finding strategies to preserve your body and mind will allow you to concentrate on the tasks that require your full attention. Managing your time is more about working with your energy. You must find ways to do so. Time is the most valuable resource we can't afford to lose. Yet, tragically, millions of individuals waste this precious resource by aimlessly watching Netflix or browsing the internet, and then they wonder why they aren't accomplishing all of their financial goals. The truth is that wealthy people handle their wealth ruthlessly. However, making the most of your time is a process. Making every second count involves the application of time-consuming strategies. For instance, many people who value their time prioritize their daily activities and make sure to start working on the most crucial ones first thing in the morning. This time management method is effective because it enables you to guarantee that you finish your most essential chores each day and create momentum as you cross off your most challenging jobs from your list of things to do. The rich also employ the practice these days. You can increase your level of focus and enable more in-depth work by categorizing your days of the week by activity. I'm a big proponent of theme days since they help you focus and prevent interruptions and distractions. It does not answer a job or request if it is inconsistent with the day's topic. As long as management is done on Mondays, you divide your time accordingly. The days for product development are Tuesdays. Growth and marketing take place on Wednesdays. On Thursdays, developers work. Fridays are reserved for recruiting and culture. Finally, Sundays are for contemplation, strategy, feedback, and getting ready for Monday since Saturdays is day off. These days, not all of us will be wealthy. Most individuals realize how crucial it is to maintain concentration when working to produce high-quality results. Yet they mistakenly believe that multitasking gets more done. They are merely deceiving themselves. The inefficiency of multitasking has been shown in several published research papers. According to the American Psychological Association, task switching can result in a 50% loss in productivity. So, to summarize, you must use tried and true time management techniques to make the most of every day to become wealthy. 4. Money management. You cannot be wealthy if you cannot handle your finances. Because of this, the wealthy consistently work on improving their money management techniques. They are aware of how to maximize their earnings. By making their money work for them, they increase their fortune. Most individuals never cease working for money because they don't know how to make it work. Most people spend their income mostly on personal expenses. The remainder is often kept in a low-interest savings account. By keeping their spending low and investing their excess income, affluent people can continue to grow wealthier. They don't leave their money in one spot for an extended period. They put it to work by continuously cutting back on personal costs for several months, utilizing the money to expand their business or buy investments that would pay off. These people can compound their wealth in comparatively short periods by reinvesting as much money as possible into new sources of income. Many of you have asked me, what's the best way to generate additional money online? Before moving on, and if you're curious about how I did it, along with many of my students, earn thousands of extra dollars each month, you can do so by visiting the link I've provided in the description of this video and the pinned comment. You'll also find a great deal that I'll be terminating soon. 5. Putting off satisfaction while receiving a text immediately, or your item the next day is convenient. This immediacy has made it much more challenging to postpone gratification. Sadly, when it comes to entertainment, the majority of people are pretty impulsive. They frequently spend money on pointless items that only provide short-term pleasure and have no lasting value. On the other hand, the wealthy are aware that the secret to achieving true prosperity is to put off happiness in favor of the long run. Rich people have the self-control to avoid wasting money on frivolous purchases. Instead of wanting to spend money right away, they decided to save it and put it into long-term growth opportunities. Delayed discounting is the practice of postponing pleasure and occurs when a person chooses to undervalue present rewards in favor of imminent enjoyment, even though selecting a lower return isn't entirely reasonable. But don't just believe me when I say how crucial this ability is. When researchers used machine learning algorithms to model the relationship between an individual's tendency to delay and discount, they asked participants in a study of over 2,500 people whether they would hypothetically accept a smaller sum of money, $1,000 USD, or a more significant sum, $2,000 USD, after an interval, which may be a day, a week, a month, a year, or even longer. They discovered that delayed discount was more predictive of the other self-reported characteristics. Age, race, ethnicity, and height follow, because they made the sacrifices that the poor don't. The wealthy acquired a skill that allows them to enjoy life to the extent that the poor can only imagine. 6. Having creativity This is the most crucial ability since it gives you access to almost every other skill you could ever acquire. And many wealthy people let a lack of resources prevent them from accomplishing their objectives. Let's use Steve Jobs' creation of Apple as an illustration. Naturally, when his business began, Steve was its lone owner and possessed the necessary technological know-how to launch it. But as his company expanded, he had to start managing other divisions like sales, marketing, and accounting. Even though Steve was an intelligent man, he could not become an expert in all these fields, so he had to surround himself with those who were. In those early days, Steve identified individuals with the necessary skills and negotiated a win-win agreement for both parties by granting them shares in Apple. Unfortunately, your lack of resources will never be a problem in business. You've undoubtedly realized by now that your lack of resourcefulness stems from the fact that being resourceful involves mind control. Instead of believing that what you presently have is all you have to work with, you need to start asking yourself how you might gain the resources you need to be successful. 7. The leadership. A millionaire is always a leader. To succeed as leaders themselves, they must imitate great ones. When confronted with difficult circumstances, they know when to assume responsibility and show initiative. When the test time comes, they pass it and assure others that they are in good hands. A true leader inspires others that they can do the unimaginable. 8. Sales. In this world, you are either selling or being sold to. In either case, you must pick a side. But, on the other hand, you can become a millionaire if you try to grasp sales, the career with the most significant salary. Anyone who has ever sold knows it significantly improves everyone's quality of life. After all, everything in your vicinity has been purchased. How do billionaires decide which pursuits are worthwhile for them to engage in, and which are unfit for the wealthy? Choose these activities based on how likely they are to increase your money. For instance, what action seems to have a higher chance of success if you are a business owner? Make an appointment with a salesperson to close a new client, or update your client contact list. In actuality, prosperous business owners conduct similar research with their customers. A tiny fraction of your clients may account for most of your revenue, which is not unusual. Why would you put in the time and effort to deal with clients if there was no potential to earn money? In other words, to become wealthy, you must examine how you use your limited time each day and ensure it is filled with high-value pursuits. 9. Philanthropy. Millionaires are aware that giving is the key to a fulfilling life. Numerous well-off people contribute endlessly. Only by increasing the wealth of others can one become wealthy. However, unlike most people who donate to charities, they don't merely toss a check into the mix. Instead, they take part by being aware of the particular destination of the money. 10. Networking. In business, developing relationships is crucial. To draw on trustworthy sources, you must first be a reliable source yourself. I have access to any imaginable expert. It's simply a phone call or email away. Employing those who can accomplish the things you cannot or don't want to do is the only way to complete major tasks. The folks you're looking for are also looking for you. More people are becoming millionaires than ever before. This is because you have more ways to express yourself and make money. In the modern world, there are around 15 million millionaires. So if you're determined to become a millionaire, pick up these practical abilities and train your mind to be capable of acquiring the wealth you want. And remember that the route to prosperity is more significant than the result. This video has come to an end. Please check out my next upcoming video. Thanks for watching and have a fantastic day. Cheers.